Hi everybody, I'm Mahin and welcome to this Belly Dance Quickies practice session, the place where belly dancers like you come to keep your dance fresh. So today we're going to be doing some arms. We're going to talk about different planes of movement for arms. So let's go get started. Okay, so for starters, let's talk about the three different planes of movement, three different kind of ways we can move our arms. First is going to be a frontal plane. So this is going to be moving along the side of the body. So if you looked at me from the side, I'm flat. The second one is going to be moving this way through the body. So this is a sagittal plane, so arms are moving this way. So if you looked at me from the side, it would be like this. And the next one is on the horizontal plane. So here, the arms are moving this way. So if you looked at me from the side, it would be this kind of movement. So now thinking about those kind of things, so let's look at arms and hands and some different things that we can do in these ways. So from here, if we're moving our arms in this frontal plane here, we can take our arms up one at a time, and down together, or up and down, single or double, like that. Or we can also change the way that we use our wrists. So as we come up, I want you to watch, to have a nice graceful arm, you want to let your wrists lag behind. So you don't want to come up with an arm, with your hand kind of in line with your arm. It looks much prettier to have it lag behind a little bit. And when you come up to the top, you can take your arms kind of inside of your wrist out here, so the backs of your hands are together, and this is a very pretty classic position here. Or when you come up, you can take your arms up with your hands in here. Now, a long time ago I heard that this is like they called this a fruit picking position and this a bird arms position. I don't know if that's true, but it's a nice image, so I'll keep it. So when you come up, let the arms lag, and if you want to keep them there, you're going to keep them up this way. Let's bring them down. Again, let that wrist lag behind. And this time as you come up, turn your hands as they come up and bring them up here. Good. Okay, so of course we can take them out one at a time here, like this, and take them up one at a time here, and maybe come down one at a time, and maybe down together. So now let's look at this horizontal plane. So on the horizontal plane, we're here. So when we take our arms in, we don't ever want to squish our arms in or cross too much. That gives a really closed look to the upper body. So let's look at a couple of things here. So when we take our arms out, let's start to bring our arms in from the shoulder here and bring them in not much past the, where you would come forward from the shoulder. And from here, let your lower arms take over and let them come in. And when you want to come back out, then lead with the lower part of the arm and then finish off here. So then it comes in and it never squishes. So here is a nice graceful opening and closing. So from the side, it would look like this, okay? So here, this is what we want to avoid doing. We want to avoid this and this. Okay, that's not good. So come in here. A long time ago, Morocco used to say, I heard her say in a workshop one time, to have water balloons under your armpits and don't pop them. So here, and I like that image right there. So right there, you want to keep that nice and open. Good. And now, of course, one arm can come across at a time, or you can have them both together. Now let's talk about the third plane. So this one is the sagittal plane. I think we use this one a bit less, but it's still an important one. So here, this is where you might bring your arm up in front of you. So this is very useful if you're profile to your audience, especially if you're maybe walking backwards like this. Okay? So when you take your arms up forward, you want to make sure you don't hike your shoulders up. So you want to take your arms back here and they can come all the way up at the top as they go back. They come back up here. You might use that forward as well. Coming up here, coming up, right? And so our classic arms, those are kind of in a sagittal plane as well. Here, they come out forward a little bit and they come in. They're kind of halfway between there and kind of vertical. So also remember that when you take your arms up, you don't have to go back the same way. You can come down another way. So thinking about all of these different planes helps to keep your arms varied. So you can move from a horizontal position into doing something that is more reaching forward, and then maybe coming out to something that reaches more sideways. But of course, remember, your arms are always going to need to be complementary to your movement. So we'll talk about that in another video though. So I hope that was some good ideas for you for arms. And if you like this, then please make sure you do hit subscribe and turn on those notifications, because there's going to be some more videos coming up about this. All right, have a great day.